Hey everybody, welcome to Leon's Chainsaw Parts and Repair, and happy 2025. Today's New Year's. Yeah, 2024 bites the dust, another one goes by, and you blink and go, whoa, that was fast. But I guess it is what it is. So, just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. I haven't posted anything since before Christmas, I think. Pretty sure. I literally just, I don't have my phone on me, but it's got to be around 2 o'clock, give or take. Finally finished up that Green Machine purchase parts lot that I picked up. I got here right around Thanksgiving. A kind gentleman down in the Northern Bay area had reached out to me there. Their nursery and shop had carried Green Machine and wanted to get rid of this stuff. And me being a sucker for anything like that that's a little bit of an oddity, I dabbled in it years ago and had sold it down to the point where I was almost ready to get out of it, and then I've gone and restocked again. You guys will see that in a separate video, just a quick flyby of what I've got over there. It's nothing compared to the HomeLite stuff, but it took a while. You know, I've gotten spoiled myself, quite frankly. With the HomeLite stuff, I've been selling it for so long and I've processed so much of it through here. I use stock photos for most new old stock parts. If it's a body part where there's a chance that there's paint chips and things like that, I'll take some unique pics of it. But if it's just a condenser, a screw, you know, that kind of stuff, when I get new stock, as I'm unpacking a box, it's so easy to just hammer it in. Drop it in my spreadsheet. Next. Boom, boom, boom. Goes pretty fast. Most of the Green Machine stuff, even if I had had it previously, the photo was so bloody old, had 2 or 3 iterations of the business card to go in there, because I use that in my photos as kind of a watermark. I've gone on that rant before about the suckers that'll find your image by a Google search and think that they can just take it and crop it. I've called a guy out on eBay a couple of times on that one. Anyway, needed to refresh pics, and probably half to 2/3 of the stuff I'd never had in stock before. So going through IPLs, what does this fit? What does this fit? You know, getting it into my database. So now it's in there, and if I'm ever dumb enough to buy it again, and I shouldn't say it like that. It was not a bad purchase. It was a very fair price, and I'm completely happy with it. It's just, I know there's a dwindling market for that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Are there 1,000 of those machines? The old Green Machines still running? I don't know. I don't even know if they were sold all around the country. I know they were based in LA for a while, so they should have had good West Coast coverage. But if you're in Maine, have you ever bought a Green Machine? And I'm not talking about this new crap that's made in China. I'm talking about the old bicycle handle brush cutters and heavy-duty string trimmers that had a gearbox that was actually made of metal, you know. Anyway, I'm done. I am done with that. I found a spot on the shelf for the rest of it. I'm looking at one precariously placed bin up here, noting I need to do something better. But I'm a little worried as I start digging into the Playhouse with the San Francisco HomeLite parts. I don't know how I'm going to fit it all in. I don't. I'm concerned that I may have to put a permanent annex in the kids' treehouse. Again, they're old enough, they didn't use the thing. They didn't care. Until I put a door on it. We want to use it, Dad. You're right. Anyway, we'll be moving into that pretty soon. Got a couple saws that we'll be going through on the channel. These will be longer format videos. And I don't see too many negative comments about that. I try to cut the bull out, or if I'm throwing one of my temper tantrums because something's not working right, I'm trying to remove that kind of trash from it, but I'm also trying to leave enough in those longer repair videos that you get an idea of what you're up against. You're not going to throw one of these saws, even if you know what you're doing. Like that Mini Mac 25, it needed everything. It looked pretty pristine, but it needed every major component in some fashion or form serviced or looked at. you know. That video, what was that, an hour and 20 minutes, give or take? Rambling. What the hell? We've got a couple saws that came in that are going to be donations to the channel. And so that's why I'm going to do that longer content. We're just going to go through them. And if they're easy peasy, great. If they aren't, by God, we'll cover it. We'll cover every little bit and piece of it. I haven't done any follow-up videos on the XL701AM. I am still waiting for parts. I've got a... It's so stupid. I ordered a new handle for it. Well, new to me. It's used. But it's the later style. It's black. That's okay, but it's the later style that has the rubber inserts, and it uses the shoulder screws instead of just the solid mount socket head screw. Okay, they go through and bloop, just like that. It was a poor man's vibration isolation system. Do I think it does a lot? Not that much. Hold that thought. Wife and oldest and friend came home. Hence the garage door that was in the background. So that was for the later style crankcase and tanks that Homelite revised, so there's not a lot of new old stock handles of that old format just laying around. And I was satisfied. I'm like, whatever, I'll use it. And I've got a blue handle on the way from Canada. And I found a better option last night, 2 nights ago, whatever night it was. A full wrap from a 902 that was being parted out. And happens to have the handle bracket with it. Now the bracket is the wrong color. It's that nice metallic green, but I happen to know I can fix that. I can fix that little issue there. And yeah, I'll throw that full wrap on there and that'll look great. But that's why we haven't done a follow-up on that, because I want to get all the parts together. The handle system, I'm trying to remember what else we needed. It wasn't a whole lot. I think the handle system was the big one, and then drop a bar and chain on there. So, waiting for parts for that. I've got another saw coming in from Norway, and there's pretty damn good odds that some of you folks watching this video had seen that particular saw on eBay. It's a Christmas saw, and that's all I'm going to say about that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to let it be a surprise. When it gets here, excuse me, we'll do an unboxing. I have no idea when that'll be. I would assume towards the end of January, by the time customs in 2 different countries clears it, and God willing, nothing happens to it this time. I guess I could tell this story now. Years ago, I had bought a XL400 floating power. Okay, a vibration isolation version of the XL400, rare as hen's teeth. You do not find those very often. I've seen 4, I think, total so far in various capacities. I bought it. Seller dropped it off. I think it was, God, I want to say it was in France. Seller dropped it off at one of eBay's global shipping hubs. And I still don't know exactly how that works, but they were really pushing it back then that, hey, here's your item, we'll pack it, we'll send it. You paid a premium, but, it was supposed to work. Well, I get an email through eBay saying, hey, your item is not shippable, we're real sorry about this, but here's a refund and we're going to dispose of your item. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I'm frantically emailing, trying to get a hold of anybody related to that. Never got a response. I have no idea what happened to that damn saw. I fear it was put in a dumpster. And it's like, one of those here's your sign moments. Hope that's not trademarked. I'm sure it is. Whatever. So yeah, hopefully this particular Christmas saw, I'm hoping will make it to me safe and sound. It'll be great in the collection. It'll be a great unboxing. And if it runs as good as it sounds like it does, it'll need to go up to the firewood hill. Just because. Simply just because. I don't know. I'd have to search YouTube, but I'm doubting that there's any other models of this saw in the United States cutting on YouTube. I'm doubting it. But who knows? I could be wrong. And somebody might post one before I get it. So who knows? Other than that, just going to try and survive some winter weather. We've had, in the last, 2 weeks, down here in the valley, over 4 inches of rain. Bear Creek, the Rogue River, they were all running good and high. Really good and high. Even drainage ditches and like Medford irrigation ditches that should be empty this time of year were right at the top of their banks. Yeah, we had some good, good weather. So the snowpack's looking good. I might actually have water in the lakes around here for a little summer fishing if I can get some of the other junk out of the way that I'm working on, like a whole treehouse full of parts. So this video is long enough. Again, happy 2025, everybody. We'll get back into the swing of things here. I think we'll do the 701 first. I think those parts will come in relatively quickly, maybe even before the end of the week. Fingers crossed. Maybe? See? Got a few saws that I will be putting up for sale. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a PowerMac 310. It's one of the newer ones. I finally got all the issues, I think. Worked out of that. Got a little Super 2. Yep, little Super 2 that's almost ready to go up. And we'll see what else it brings. So, enough yakking. Catch you guys in the next one.